Hey fellas, me Trapper here. Welcome to episode number 3 of Knives for the Trapline. Today we're going to do WC knives. Knives made to work. So let's get started. Alright, we've got 4 different blades here made by WC Knives. We've got the Nessie, we've got a Junior Woodsman, we've got a Master Bushman, and then we've got a Master Hunter. Now, this knife here is a little big to be skinning beavers with. It's more of a big game knife, camp knife, so we're not going to be testing that one on the beaver. Now, the Master Woodsman here, you can see that's a beautiful blade. It's got that differential grind. We've got the Scandi grind and then the saber grind that WC Knives are famous for, the multi-grind on the same blade. This is more of a bushcraft utility blade, so we're not going to use that. We're going to use these two right here. We're going to use the Junior Woodsman and we're going to use the Nessie. Now, both of these blades are made out of Nitro V steel, which is sort of AEBL on steroids. It's a stainless steel, and both of these have micarta handles on them. Really nice handles. A lot of belly on this one, and this one looks like a natural skinner here. So we're going to take these two and we're going to skin a beaver and see how they perform. We're not going to pick winners or losers. I'm just going to give you my opinion on how they perform. So let's go catch us a beaver and get started.
5 o'clock in the a.m. Set up the stand and climb on in. Jack Frost biting at my toes.
I'm going to take 2 of these WC knives. I'm going to have the Junior Woodsman and the Nessie. And I have high hopes for this Nessie. That looks like a good-looking skinning blade, but this Junior Woodsman's got a lot of belly to it. Got a nice point on it, so we're going to test them out. One of the things that I really like about these knives is not only the dual grind, the Scandi and the saber grind that he puts on them, but the handles. The handles are just, they fill your hand. They're just very solid. They provide a solid grip, and you know, that's one thing that a lot of makers don't focus on, is they put in my opinion, too narrow or too skinny a handle. And the handle is a very important part of the knife. So let's go ahead and get started. And like I say, I'm not trying to pick winners or losers. I just want to give my opinion of how these knives are performing. Now, this beaver's a little beaver, but you know, he's gonna be good eating. So we're gonna take good care of him and get him processed. So let's get started and let's just see how this goes here. Boy, the first cut, I tell you, just it's amazing. You can notice that shallow angle on that edge that he puts on there, and man, that really does work. I can promise you that. So let's get this fella flipped over here. All right, we'll start by making our cut here. Get this opened up. Oh yeah, that goes through that like hot knife through butter. And this is one of the tough areas on a beaver down here. You can see there's a lot of gristle down there. It's sort of like skinning a hog, really. There we go. Now let's get this center cut done. I want to tell you, that Nessie really does the job. Well, that one too. I like that belly right there. That just that makes it easy. Look at there. What you can't tell is it's just effortless, really, and just very nice cuts. You can see that cuts right through all of that tough gristle down there. That's tough stuff. All right, we're going to go ahead and wring the legs a little bit. We'll do one leg with this one. Boy, effortless. And you get down here around this tail, Man, you really get into the gristle. It really makes you skin. You can see all of that gristle there. This is just doing the job. I like this blade. It's a good sized blade. It's not too big, not too little. You can get your finger up there. Got a very delicate point on it. Good for getting in here and doing a little bit of fine work. These are both doing great. It's really hard to tell a difference in the performance between the two blades. Now we're getting down to the head here, and if you've ever done any work skinning beavers, you'll know this is when we're going to start bumping bone, and this is where it can really take a toll on your knife. So we'll see. There's the ear, the other ear right there. Get down around the nose now. Cut through all of that cartilage. Switch knives. There we go. You can see, we got the nose, all the whiskers there. Here's everything. Okay, now that we've got the hide off, next step is going to be to harvest the meat. We're going to take both hindquarters, back straps, then we're going to take the liver and the kidneys, which in my opinion is the absolute best part of the beaver. So let's go ahead and get started. Now right there, I don't know if you can see that, right there is that hip joint, and with that fine tip, we're able to reach down in there and pop that tendon right there. See that tendon? Right there, that's what you cut, and then this quarter will just come free. Right there. There's your beaver hindquarter off a small beaver. We'll do the other one. We'll use the Nessie. Right there's our joint. down in there, cut that tendon, and then this quarter will come right off. Right there. There's your other hind quarter. That's a little one. That's okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open the cavity up. Now what we're going to do is we've got to separate these ribs. This is another area that can really put a hurt on a blade. I'm trying to do this on the tailgate of my truck. Normally I'd have a skinning set up, but I wanted to video it, so. Now there is the liver. We're going to take that gallbladder out of the way right there. We don't want that. At least I don't. There we go. You can see I did a great job. It's very delicate tissue. Did a great job on it though. You can look and see it's a very clean liver, no spots. Very healthy animal. Now the next thing we're going to get is the kidneys. There's kidney number 1. That'll go in the bag with the liver. Kidney number 2, right there. Go ahead and finish getting the entrails out. And there's the heart. That'll go in there with the rest of the organs. Alright, so here's our 2 blades. All I've done is basically hose them off, wipe them off, haven't stropped them, retouched them, nothing. So we'll take a piece of paper here and just see if this is slicing as clean as it was when I started. Yep, sure is. There we go. Nothing wrong with that. You can tell doing half the beaver had no impact whatsoever on this blade. And if you've watched some of the other videos, the other knives, not all of them could say that. Alright, let's take a look at the Junior Woodsman here. And let's see if this is still, oh yeah, look at there. Nothing to it. You can see these blades were not impacted at all by skinning that beaver. It didn't even phase them. And if you've looked at some of the other reviews that I've done, some of the other brands, I've had them chip. You know, the blades actually chip from using them on a beaver. But this is absolutely spot on. Absolutely no complaints. I can't even tell these had been used. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on these 2 knives? Let's talk about the Nessie first. This is a great sized knife. I love this for a skinning knife. I like the little hump on the back. It helps keep the guts pushed down when you're making your opening cut. And that's sort of the Nessmuk hump right there. The handle to me is a little bit thin. I'd like a little bit thicker handle. And to be quite honest, I prefer the Coke bottle handle over the Nessie handle. That's just personal preference. But to me, the big thing is I would love to see this blade in a full flat grind or even a hollow grind. In other words, instead of sort of a general purpose type knife, I'd love to see this converted to a full skinner or dedicated skinner blade. Now, there are other knives that WC makes that are dedicated skinner blades, like a Sportsman and the Trapper's Scalpel. So I understand the niche that this blade holds. This is a good knife here, but I got to tell you, this is a great knife. I love this Junior Woodsman, and let me tell you what I like about it. First of all, let's start with the handle. It's got the traditional WC Coke bottle handle, and it's nice and thick. It fills the hand. Once you get a hold of this blade, you're not going to have any slipping, and you're not going to have any issues holding on to it. It's a solid handle, and too many makers pay too little attention to the handle. They want to make pretty handles and fancy handles. This is a handle that's designed to be grabbed and used. The next thing is I love the amount of belly on this knife. This really did a great job of skinning that beaver out. The next thing is the tip. As I pointed out in the video, you've got that fine tip that you can reach in and pop those tendons and get in between joints and whatever you need to do. As far as the overall size of the knife, it's not too big, it's not too little. You can see, you can choke up on it and get a lot of control, or you can really go back on it and use that scandy portion if you're making feather sticks or working wood or cutting notches or what have you. So to me, this is a great knife. I love this knife. So anyway, with WC knives in general, you're not going to go wrong. These knives are made to work. They do work. They're not safe queens. They're tools that are designed to be used. And I really like this blade. I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.